doesn't sound like it. I don't know.
Gentlemen,
Stephen,
I'm an outstanding human being up to this moment in my time.
But I'm not going to have you teach anymore here today. In fact, I'm probably not going to have you teach here, probably ever, because I can't take that chance.
I'm just going to put your seatbelt on, right? Unless you're able to reach it down there. Alright, sure you don't want a tissue or something?
I'm feeling I'm going to throw up.
You want a bag?
Yes, please.
Alright.
So what do you think? Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, then we're gonna take you to Lake Bluff so you can. I know, but listen. That's why
You're in the cop car with arrest. Get the cuffs on. Okay.
Let's get another 20 up there.
You know, when teachers and school personnel get caught up in the legal system, it's one thing. But when the interactions and key moments of these accused bad educators are caught on tape, it's a whole other. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Educators, teachers, school personnel, these are the people that we're supposed to trust with our children. But as we have seen time and time again, it is these very same people who get arrested, charged, and even convicted for some really bad crime. And I will tell you, like we've seen with other cases, it is the videotape, it is the body cam that can be some of the most revealing, compelling evidence there is, and can provide a whole context to what is going on. That is what we want to focus on right now. Accused bad teachers, educators, caught on tape.
Gentlemen, you're looking at a man who just lost his life, right?
Yeah, so that was 51-year-old Stephen Phillips. We're going to start with him, middle school teacher and coach in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He was caught trying to organize a meetup between himself and a man who was offering up his 12-year-old daughter for sex. Yeah, let's think about that for a second. Now, this sick, disgusting offer was just a ruse. Thankfully, it was part of an undercover operation in October of 2024 called Operation Overwatch in Bernalillo County. Ended up nabbing 8 alleged sexual predators, including Stephen Phillips. Now, he would eventually be convicted of attempted human trafficking after he showed up at a home where multiple state and local agents were waiting to find him, to bust him. They say Phillips parked down the street, just walked up to the home, right? Even apparently, the allegation was he brought a sex toy with him. And I want you to look at this takedown by law enforcement.
let's get walking.
Please, hands right now! Hands right now! On the ground now! Get on the ground! Wait. Go on your stomach. 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 Oh my God! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! You're gonna get tased! You're gonna get tased if you don't stop! Give me a hand! I got one hand. All right.
Now, let me give you some backstory here, okay? So this all started, this is according to the New Mexico Department of Justice, on the fetish website called FetLife. There was a criminal complaint that alleged Phillips created a post that said he was looking for, and I quote here, a baby girl to spoil. So what happens? There's an undercover officer who reaches out to him, pretending to be the father of a young girl and offering her up to Phillips. Now, prosecutors claim that Phillips and the undercover officer communicated on the Kik messaging app, and officials even provided snapshots of some of those texts in them. Phillips apparently said this was a fetish that he'd never tried, but claimed he was interested. The officer's messages here are in green. They say, I'm in the Northeast Heights. She is 12. Believe me, I'm beyond discreet. So basically laying out the different aspects of this clear as day. And a person, again, believed to be Phillips, responds, might be enticed if I saw how she looked or her body. Very hard to argue against these kinds of messages, by the way. Now, the undercover officer writes back, she's good, ma'am. To which, seemingly, Phillips says, I definitely want to explore her. I'm excited. So how do we do this? And this fake dad, the undercover, says, it's easy. I'm in the Heights where my girl is comfortable. I just give you my address. You come over. Not too complex, honestly. By the way, just imagine for a moment that this wasn't an undercover operation, if this was real. Very sick, very scary to think about what could have happened. And by the way, what has happened in other situations, right? So once the officers take Phillips into custody after he's detained and they search him, they read him his Miranda rights, and they kind of ask him, you know, what's going on here? how all this happened. Now, Philip swears up and down that he's a good guy, he made a mistake, that he never actually intended to have sex with this fictional 12-year-old.
Gentlemen, you're looking at a man who just lost his life, right? You're looking at a man who just worked at his career for a long time. And I was so torn when somebody just messages me, hey, you want to come? And I'm like, what the is this? This cannot be true, cannot be. And then you just want to, like, you almost want to witness to see if it's out there, right? One, this is not me, this is not my character, but apparently it is because I'm here. That right here, this is something I want to have to live with for the rest of my life. And in this pain and torment that I put myself through right now, and all the times just of driving over here, like, what the f are you doing? This is just ridiculous. This is not who you are, or what you're about. And so I just want a lawyer. I want somebody to be able to help me through this process. I have hundreds of parents who look up to me, right? And I've never in a million years even have made a move or have done anything on any girls. That's I know that for a fact. I'm a genuine professional, and then this curiosity got the best of me. I'm just completely embarrassed and completely. Like I said, I just lost my life. You know, I just lost it, and so now to hit rock bottom when you're already just struggling. Anyway, you guys all need to hear this story.
So Philip said that everything started as I mentioned, on that FetLife website. It's a social media networking site that connects people with various fetishes and kinks. It's all meant to be consensual. It's meant to be on the up and up, right? But this is unfortunately not the first time we've talked about someone using FetLife to assault children or, you know, try to act like this.
So he reached out to you and asked, that was the first message? Like, hey, I saw your account, you want to have sex with my daughter? Or was there some back and forth?
Yeah, just a little bit of back and forth.
Okay.
Right. I was like, I mean, again, you don't get somebody saying, hey, you want to about it, right? First response would be like, oh, just, you know, what do you, right? Then you're like, what? I was just curious what you got, but I don't even really know. The conversation's just back and forth of, is this real? Or you who you say you are? Is this, you know, it's, I'm sure you guys know the conversation even.
I haven't seen it.
No. Well, it's very simple and straightforward, I guess.
Like, I'm giving you first crack at it. I haven't seen it yet, so the first story I'm hearing is yours.
Yeah, and again, it was probably 2 hours or 3 hours of conversation of, and then, yeah, he reached out to me, asked if I wanted to have sex with his daughter. I was like, at first, there was no age, and then he said the age, and he said 12. And I was like, what the, right?
And so you must have expressed interest, right? Because that's why you're here.
Oh yeah, of course.
So you must have said yes. Would that be fair to say?
Well, yeah, I'm here, right? Yeah, so that's an obvious thing, right? I wasn't coerced to being here. I wasn't bribed to come here. After me, like, no, I don't want to come. Yeah, I was like, This makes no sense. I stayed in my car for a long time, and then, yeah, just,
Phillips, when you look at this, is seemingly embarrassed and shocked by this, doesn't want to provide a lot of details to the investigator questioning him. There are often long pauses. Sometimes he puts his head down on the table.
Okay, so like I told you, you got first crack at this, right? I haven't seen the chats, but I will. So I'll see the answers to these questions. You just had the opportunity to tell me first. And I can say Stephen was very forthcoming and very honest with me. He's a guy who made a mistake tonight, right? Not a guy who has done this 1,000 other times. Would that be right?
that is 100% correct.
Okay, so I'm giving you the opportunity to tell me what I'm going to find when I look up. Like I said, you're the first. You get the first story here. You get the first mover advantage.
It's very simple as that. Come have sex with my daughter. I don't know what is this about. Again, curiosity. I'm not justifying anything that I did at all. But my intention wasn't to come over here and have sex with a girl, a young girl. It was to see the situation, right?
Okay.
And
so you were concerned for her, the girl?
Yeah. Is that like is this what she wants? Is one of the questions. Does this make her happy? Like, is this what she is? How does this happen?
And the longer the interview goes on, the more clear it seems to become to Phillips that everyone is going to find out about this.
Now I'm really gonna have to get to know you, Stephen, right? Which means that I gotta have to dig into your life for a little while. So, am I gonna find?
Yeah, you want some water? Yeah, I got that.
Am I gonna find anything else in your life that's gonna cause me pause? Is there gonna be images on your phone that I'm gonna need to be concerned about? Am I gonna find other chats with similar themes, or are you talking underage girls? When the story hits the paper, am I gonna have any underage victims coming out to me saying, hey, he did something to me too?
When the story hits the paper, right?
There's nothing I can do to control that. It's part of the First Amendment, bro.
And it's interesting because during the interview, Phillips kept trying to push blame and attention off of himself and instead pointed to the dad. You know, the dad offering up his child as the truly evil person in all of this. But remember, there's no dad. This was an undercover officer. This was a ruse. So that argument isn't necessarily doing him any favors.
Nobody believes that you met somebody online, agreed to have sex with a 12-year-old girl, drove over to the house, brought her up, and you were only there to check it out. How did it make you feel? Nervous, excited, both?
Nervous, sick to my stomach, my heart in my throat.
But kind of exciting.
Well, you can interpret excitement from. So that right there just got excited. I was telling you, it was more of a frightening feeling than anything else.
Let me ask you this. Did you come here because you wanted to have sex with a 12-year-old girl? Or did you come here because you wanted to just have sex with a girl? Any girl. She'd been 19. What then?
I have sex with a lot of girls, and a lot of age girls. I have a lot of women that I see, right? Yeah, so the sex is not really all that everything is about, right? Like it's.
So you are under arrest, right? You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so you'll get transported down. The officers will have your charges, and they tend to make pod determinations based on your safety and security. Does that make sense?
Have you ever been?
So I'm at the discretion of somebody,
No,
right? Yeah, no, that's what you just said.
Well,
I'm
it's-
at the discretion of somebody who's like, oh, I wanna put you in that pod or that pod,
Well,
depending on whatever.
It's a system, right?
So
It's a
have-
matrix.
I'm
So have
at
you
the
ever
control of the system.
Have you ever been booked before?
Now, Phillips was searched. He was put into a patrol car. He told the officers that he's diabetic. He has low blood sugar. Paramedics met up with the police. They check him over. They eventually decided he should go over to the hospital to get an IV. So there's an officer that sits with him while he's recovering and then takes him to jail. In the end, a grand jury indicted Phillips in November of 2024 on 2 charges. So there was a lesser charge that was offered up as an option, by the way. Phillips faced counts of attempted criminal sexual penetration of a child under 13, attempted sexual exploitation of children by prostitution. He ended up agreeing to plead guilty, according to the court records, to the lesser charge, so attempting to commit felony human trafficking of a victim under 16. And in November of 2025, again, based on the court records, a judge sentenced him to probation. Now, the court records show he's still under supervision, recently filed a motion seeking accommodations to his probation conditions, and the more serious charge of attempted criminal sexual penetration of a child, that was dismissed as part of the plea deal, by all indications. Okay, now I want to move on to Becky Miranda. What a last name, right, for this topic. Legal show, anyway. Illinois second grade teacher at Copeland Manor School. January 28th, 2024, out in Lake Forest, she gets pulled over for seemingly crossing the double yellow lines and almost going through a red light. And you can see here that she gets kind of combative, seemingly because she keeps thinking that this is about speeding. And she didn't want to be seen doing field sobriety tests out in the open.
Have you been drinking today? No. Okay. Well, I'm not stopping you for speed.
I get that, but like, there's no reason people don't.
Well, I told you the reason why I stopped you.
I'm not doing this on this road. This
I'll
is
work with you, Becky.
inappropriate.
Listen to me. I'll work with you, but we can't let you drive your car to that road then. Or would you prefer we could do this at the station? That way no one
No,
sees.
seriously, please. This is inappropriate. You shouldn't have pulled me over. I was driving the speed limit.
Okay, Becky,
Like, this is
Becky,
inappropriate.
I don't know how many times I have to repeat myself. You weren't pulled over for speeding, you were pulled over for a lane violation, or you went over the double solid yellow lines, okay? Almost going into oncoming traffic. That's why this officer pulled you over.
Becky, can you do me a favor and step out so we can do this out here?
She eventually gets out. They confront her. They say, look, there's signs of impairment here. And she admits she's been drinking.
Here?
I am
Facing me.
I'm a teacher.
I understand that.
You can't
But listen,
do this to me.
I see you have glossy eyes.
No, I'm not.
Okay, Becky,
Hey,
listen, the
let's
sooner
go.
we put you through these
Can you
fields,
stand
the
right here
sooner we can
and
move
face me?
forward, okay?
You can just face me. Look, it's away from the traffic, okay? No one can see you, okay? Alright, to be honest with you, how many drinks do you have tonight?
No, like what?
One? What is it, like martini? Is it a beer?
One wine.
Glass of wine? Okay. Well, thanks for being honest with me, okay?
So she does the tests, right? She does the eye test. She does the walk and turn test. She does the one-legged standing test. But she refuses to provide a breath sample. And when threatened with arrest, watch what happens.
You said you were going to do it, so did you change your mind? I just need you to do one big blow.
No, they're taking me to the station if I say no.
No, we're not. That's not
That
can say no.
doesn't dictate it.
Then I'm saying no. I said that to them. I said no.
You're going to be under arrest.
Okay.
They're arresting me if I say
We're
no.
not.
That's not.
That's not.
That doesn't dictate if you're going to be under arrest or not. It's just completely optional if you want to do this or not.
Optional.
So,
Is that what you said?
what?
Did you say that? No.
No, I didn't say that.
See?
Oh, well, that's
So-
what she said.
No, I told you.
Obstructing our investigation.
asking a
I
question.
asked
Can you please back up?
No.
Listen, Becky.
I'm not.
Listen.
Like,
Let me talk to you for a second.
God,
Becky.
Like, seriously, can I just go home?
Listen, Becky. This is
I
optional.
bashed your ass.
You showed signs consumption,
I didn't.
and
You weren't even
alcohol.
you weren't even here.
I was watching from a distance.
No.
I did. You don't have to do it. Let
I
me tell
said
you.
no.
You showed multiple clues that
All right,
you're
put it away.
intoxicated and under the.
We're not doing this.
All right,
Well,
put your hands
we are
behind your
doing
back.
this. You're under arrest.
Mike,
You're under arrest. Hey, put your hands behind your back.
they're
Becky.
arresting me if I don't do that.
That isn't dictated.
That's not why we're.
I got it.
So then no. No.
No.
Do not resist
hands
being
behind your back.
arrested, okay?
Okay. I will blow. I'm not doing this.
Okay, we'll give you another chance at the station. Okay, great.
Okay, so she admits to drinking wine, she's arrested, and now I want to fast forward to what happens at the station.
You're not gonna tell me what I did to fail your test.
You don't sound pass or fail.
Yeah, right. So you're just saying, we're giving you the test and saying you failed.
Becky, do you think you want to blow or not? Because I'm not going to continue asking you because we want to get through our paperwork and get you out of here. So the sooner you make a decision, like I said before, if you do blow and it's triple zeros, like I think you've been drinking.
No
You're
one's gonna blow triple
so you're-
zeros. Give me a break.
People who are sober do. So if you
Give
were
me a
to
break.
blow,
Come on.
Okay, so listen. So if you blow under 0.08, regardless if you blow, 6 months suspension. Over 0.08, 6 months suspension because you blew. If you don't blow at all, you're facing like a year without a driver's license. So that's just something you should, right, you can't afford it. Like you're busy.
So Miranda was ultimately charged with driving under the influence. She ended up pleading guilty to lesser offense of reckless driving. She was sentenced to 12 months of conditional discharge, 100 hours of community service, DUI school, and $3,250 in court costs and fees. Okay, now I want to go over to another teacher who was accused of drinking, except the circumstances and his reaction are a bit different.
Okay. What did I do? You have a warrant.
You showed up to work drunk.
So this at the time is 30-year-old Wisconsin elementary school teacher, substitute teacher, I should say, Christopher Riaz, who is accused of showing up to teach gym class on October 30th, 2025 at Bay Lane Elementary School in Muskego, Wisconsin. But the problem is, when you look at this security video that was reviewed by authorities, it seemingly shows that he could barely stand, stumbling out of his car, seemingly falling to his knees in the parking lot. So now we're talking about an allegation of him being under the influence. Despite this apparent condition, he goes to teach. And apparently for hours, he interacts with students, he's there. But the allegation was that he was clearly struggling to walk a straight line as he moved through the hallways. And it wasn't until around 11:10 a.m. that a school staff member finally raised the alarm to the school resource officer. They reported that substitute teacher might be intoxicated. And it just so happened that there was an officer who was in the building for a student luncheon. So he goes to investigate, see what's going on. And this plays out in a private office where you have other school staff inside.
People within the building I think we're just wondering if you're under the influence of something. And so we happen to have an officer here today. So we just want to talk to you about that.
What's your first name, pal?
Chris.
Chris. Nice to meet you. I'm Officer Christopher.
Yeah.
What would you rather me call you?
Probably up to you.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm Officer Moroltek. I just so happened to be in the building because the kids won like a luncheon cool thing, so that's kind of why I was here. But then it was also reported that you seemed like you were under the influence. How long have you been working in the school in here?
Here, this is my first day.
This is first day?
Absolutely.
So, Chris, is there anything going on today? Are you stressed? Are you tired?
I didn't sleep that much last night.
You didn't sleep that much? I'm sorry to hear that.
So, I mean, if I'm being honest, like, I do have like a ODBI under pending right now.
Okay.
And that was under an accident that barely caused any accident, but I didn't get to give my proof of insurance, my like anything, and I got charged with all of it. So pretty much it was just more of like so I moved in Jefferson,
and it's kind of my new life. New life, just trying to let this like kind of blow over because I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
So what this officer apparently found was a man who was inebriated. Reyes had slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, reeked of alcohol. This is the allegations. And the officer is trying to be calm and give Reyes a chance to be honest.
I'm definitely thinking that maybe there's something on board here. Did you drink anything this morning, last night? Did you take any drugs, medication? Are you prescribed anything?
No.
No? No to everything?
Oh, my friends last night, that was about it.
Okay, you hung out with your friends? How late did you hang out?
And then I had, so normally I'd take like one of these like, like these gummies, so like, melatonin.
Yeah.
So I take one of those before I go to sleep, that's about it. But I'm with my friends.
Okay. What time did you take the melatonin?
Well, I didn't sleep last night. I was on my phone the whole night.
Gotcha.
So I just...
11.
You didn't sleep at all last
I
night?
didn't sleep at all.
Okay.
So I just because
All in order,
this is
Jenny.
my first time going back to like work, and I'm just trying to process it, just because everything happened pretty quick, and everything happened like super quick.
Sure.
And I'm just trying to like process like why it is that things are happening a certain way, and I'm just, that's it.
Yeah. You didn't take anything else?
No.
You didn't drink anything?
So, I mean, like, if we're gonna, because I feel like the route that we're going right now is like,
11 out at ages. That part.
What are you thinking, bud? What do you mean? Help me out.
I mean, I'm not trying to be in trouble. The last thing I can do is be in trouble. The last thing I can do.
Well, I can tell you what. Nobody likes to be in trouble, right? So I'm going to be honest with you. You appear like you're under the influence of something, okay? I take melatonin every night, so I know that it's not just melatonin, okay? I'm also a police officer. I've done many investigations, many impairment investigations. This is my first time meeting you, but you've got some slurred speech. You're bouncing around in your stories as you're talking to me when you're explaining certain things in different cities, and so you're kind of bouncing around a little bit. Your eyebrows are cringed right now because I think you're trying to figure out what I'm saying to you. Okay? Is that fair?
I mean, personally, I just kind of want to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
So the officer continues to question Reyes, repeatedly asking how much he had to drink. And he stated, look, that there was alcohol that was probably in his system. So the officer asked him, will you take a PBT or preliminary breath test?
Let's do that this time. Let's make things cool. How much did you have to drink today?
That's it. No.
That's it?
No.
What does that mean?
Well, what?
Be honest here.
I'm being honest, but like, I'm trying to also figure out, like, am I gonna be cool to be like black out today?
I'm not arresting you today.
So I'm gonna be okay.
How much did you have to drink today?
Not today, but
How much did you drink last night?
Going through like my like past relationship a little bit, but
You drank a lot last night.
I'm gonna say a lot, but
Right. Other days you've drank more, but you drank enough last night.
a little bit.
Okay. This is honesty.
Not enough yet.
Okay, so
Not enough to like.
Did you drink any more while you were here?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, aside from drinking, did you take any medication or any pills or any weed or?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so you're just under the influence of alcohol right now. That's it.
It's probably in my system, yeah.
Okay.
That's about it.
You don't think it's in your system?
Well, I mean, it's in my system probably.
Yeah. Would you be willing to do a breathalyzer?
Yeah, this is it.
You're not under arrest, and I'm not going to arrest you. I'm trying to tell you that.
I'm trying to do it. It's just more of like, I'm already doing what I have to do as far as like, just, yeah, did I make wrong decisions? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Riaz agrees to this breath test, and the result was .36, so that is more than 4 times the legal driving limit of .08.
Okay, go ahead and blow. Thank you for that.
Right. I mean, if it's in my system, then it's in my system still. If it's in my system, it's in my system still.
Yep. Do you know the legal limit?
When's he right?
Okay, you're .36. So, yeah, like quite a lot.
So, right.
Okay. Again, you're not under arrest, and I'm not going to arrest you. Okay.
Right.
But you're under the influence, right? So you didn't sleep last night. You drank last night.
That's probably why. And I also didn't eat last night, so.
But it
probably.
But it also is very, very high, and it's noon. So you should have gone down. But unfortunately, I'm going to pass the.
It's alright. Alright.
You know, what would you like to?
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a second. So as you, having been a past teacher, know the importance of keeping kids safe, right? So do you think that your body is in a place that we can keep kids safe, knowing that you're under the influence of alcohol?
So, mind me if I cry. Sorry.
You're going through some, man.
Then it was time for the school administrator to get involved, and she tells Riaz he's fired, that he would not be allowed to teach there again.
I don't want to be. Yeah, as awesome as teacher I am, I don't want to be part of that policy. Personally, and if they're letting me, then they're letting me. But I mean, like personally for me, like yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it to the best of my ability. Well, I mean, I'll do it the best I ever can, because that's just how I am. But, however, I understand their circumstance as far as, like, that. So, I mean, it's not my decision.
I know that you do. So having been a teacher, right, like you said, you worked in MPS, you said you worked in Heartland, like you know how schools operate. Like you cannot come to school intoxicated and teach kids. Like it's not safe. The two don't go together. So like I'm speaking on behalf of Bay Lane Elementary and actually on behalf of pretty much the whole school district of we will not allow teachers who come to school intoxicated to be with our kids. And so at this point today, I'm just gonna have to say to you, we're done here. You're not under arrest, but I'm not gonna have you teach anymore here today. In fact, I'm probably not gonna have you teach here, probably ever, because I can't take that chance. So,
do you have access to somebody to come pick you up?
Yeah.
All right, what happens next? Well, police show up, they ran a warrant check, they discover that Mr. Riaz had an active warrant for his arrest for a previous OWI, or operating while intoxicated.
Well, you're intoxicated is my understanding, and you're at a public place, so it's not good, right? So we're trying to figure out like what our best course is right now, because
Can I just have my mom pick me up? I'm not. It wasn't my intentions at all, and
it wasn't your intention to show up at a .30. Is that what you're saying?
correct. I didn't sleep at all last night.
Obviously.
I honestly didn't.
Okay.
So I just, if my mom's able to pick me up, like I just go home. Like I don't want to get in trouble. The thing is, the one thing I can't do is get in trouble.
Why is that?
Because I do have a pending OWI.
Okay.
That will kind of screw me, and
Okay.
I don't want to be a part of it, mainly because the two of the tickets that I got, I didn't even do, but the officers didn't do their job, and I got blamed with it. And
You want to go to our place, boss?
I would just prefer to.
Yeah. Are we? So.
I would just prefer.
Let's go 80.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you do that for me?
Yeah,
Let's.
Chris, you got a warrant. Easy. Yeah, you got to
just hand us your
hands behind the back.
Hold on. Let's take this off.
As easy as possible, Chris.
What?
Because you got a warrant, bud.
What?
Did you miss maybe a court appearance or something?
No, because I told you this.
And this isn't even us right now. This is Milwaukee Sheriff.
I'm into it. Can I make a phone call?
Yeah, we'll one step at a time, Chris.
Now, the officers placed Riaz under arrest, and as he was led out of the school in handcuffs, he seemed genuinely confused, repeatedly asking why he was being arrested for a warrant that he believed he had already taken care of.
Christopher, sir, this way.
Valid BCD and M, so on.
We want to make phone calls.
No one else going to use.
Well, I mean, we can give her a phone call and let her know where we're going to end up. Okay?
What did I do?
You have a warrant.
You showed up to work drunk.
Why don't I have a warrant?
Apparently you didn't show up for court, man.
So what is this warrant for?
Something with Milwaukee County.
I think it's with the Kaye thing, but
okay, that sounds like Milwaukee County.
Some of my lawyers took care of it. My lawyer.
Then we'll find out. But this really has nothing to do with us.
Because they let me go.
Okay.
So
Milwaukee Sheriff said no. So we're going to see what Milwaukee Sheriff says, but we're going to get you out of the school setting right now.
So where am I going right now?
Mosquito Police Department.
We can give Mom a call, let her know where we're going. Okay?
What did I do?
You have a warrant.
But I shouldn't have.
It doesn't matter to us. The fact is that you have an active warrant for your arrest.
Then you go to the Mosquito Police Department, okay? And the booking process revealed that the warrant was issued after Riaz apparently failed to appear in court for that previous OWI case just days earlier on October 23rd. And despite his protest that his lawyer had handled it and that notices were sent to the wrong address, the warrant, by all accounts, seemed to be active and valid according to law enforcement.
This was just entered last week.
This is ridiculous. This is so bad. It didn't even do anything.
On October 23rd, defendant Chris Garrett Riaz not in court. Prosecuting
When was that? When was the court date?
1 week ago. 10/23.
I wasn't told that.
Defendant failing to appear.
You said 10/23.
October 23rd. Defendant failing to appear. Court ordered an arrest warrant.
I just want to know that because
upon
I
arrest.
have to say that I'm fine.
Upon arrest, defendant is ordered remanded to a commissioner.
Can you guys listen to this too? So you're like kind of like vouching for it?
Yeah.
You're supposed to appear on 10/21, I think.
What about Tuesday?
Tim, this is Christopher Riaz calling. Hi, I'm in handcuffs right now. I thought you guys said you took care of the warrant for my arrest.
And then the situation goes from bad to worse because he was already out on bond for that OWI with a court order not to drink, and his apparent intoxication at the school now meant he was facing a new serious charge, felony bail jumping.
What am I going to get?
So we're investigating what's called bail jumping. You're on a no drink.
Like the last judge, when you saw them, said you cannot drink any more alcohol.
And you can't drive.
And you can't drive. So those are the conditions of your bail. When you violate them, that's bail jumping. So now we want to get an official reading.
I bail jumped from the second to the third.
Just hold on a second.
Right?
Just hold on a second. Those are the conditions of your bail. So now we want to know exactly what your BAC, your blood alcohol content is through this breath test. Because the first one was preliminary. It's not an official test. This would be an official test. And that lets us know where your BAC or your blood alcohol content is at. So, and that's why we're asking your permission. Are you willing to submit to that test?
So Riaz, who's now facing another OWI offense, became increasingly desperate, pleading with officers not to charge him, knowing that a felony would likely end his teaching career. And this is when he speaks to his mom on the phone.
I just don't want to be in trouble.
No, I understand. I understand. We're well beyond that. We're well beyond that, Chris. So I've got two questions for you, sir. One
Can we
is
just not
one.
have me in trouble?
What's that?
Can we just like? Sorry. Is there a way I can answer this phone call?
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Go ahead. I'm trying to be nice. Just go ahead.
Yeah, it's Mom. Pick up.
I want you guys to
pick up.
This will ruin my life.
Chris,
pick up, dude. It's Mom.
I wasn't. The thing is,
I'm not sure what the easiest way is going to be. We're going to go to the field right now. I'm not sure what I'm just curious how technically me you're going to lose your teaching license. Parent that.
if they do it to me, yeah. I didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, I mean, either way, I just don't want to short the road.
Thanks. Yeah, and the next person I have to call is Ashley. And that's the last voice I'm gonna hear right now.
That's what you're worried about is Ashley and not you.
Thank you.
I knew you were driving drunk today. You drove to school.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Okay, then
You did. You knew you had school today. You knew you had a job. You knew you had to teach. And you told us that you ate during the night. And that's that had nothing to do with you sleeping. It was your choice to drink.
I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. And then all of a sudden he's like, I'm gonna call this person, and I was like, so you're doing it. And he was like, then they found out a warrant. Which there shouldn't be a warrant. I didn't have a court date.
You did, it got mailed to you.
I didn't. Then I need to call Tim back. I should not be in this. No, I shouldn't be in jail right now. You're frustrating. I'm calling Tim. I cannot be in jail now.
Can we run through field sobriety test first?
And the officers informed Riaz that they would be seeking a blood draw for an official BAC test, blood alcohol concentration test. After the blood draw at the hospital, Riaz was reportedly transported to the Waukesha County Jail. The official blood test results, they weren't part of the footage, but Christopher Riaz was, by all accounts, ultimately charged with his 4th OWI and felony bail jumping. This is according to Waukesha County court records. And the incident prompted immediate response from both the Muskego-Norway School District and the staffing agency, by the way, that placed Riaz. You had this letter that was sent to parents on October 30th where Bay Lane Elementary School Principal Robin Schrott revealed that the district had contacted a third-party agency called Kelly Services, which employed Riaz, and they demanded an accounting of its screening and oversight process for substitute teachers. You had this emailed statement. Kelly Services Public Relations Director Danielle Nixon confirmed that the company is cooperating with the district and authorities. She stated that Riaz has been removed from all assignments pending the outcome of this investigation. And by the way, little update, he was just, at the time of this recording, he was just in court March 20th for a bond hearing, and there was discussion about amending the criminal complaint to fix some errors in there. There was some uncertainty if this case will remain a 4th OWI case, and they're still trying to resolve his Milwaukee and Kenosha County court cases. And at the time of this recording, there is an April 10th, 2026 hearing that remains on the books. Now I want to move on to Christina Formella out of Illinois. So police approached the then 30-year-old special education teacher in her driveway with her husband in the passenger seat.
Hi. Officer Guzman with Downers Grove. Do you have your license on you?
Yes. Tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to explain. I'm sure you're confused. I'll explain everything to you. You're Christina?
Yes.
Okay, Christina, do me a favor. Can you step out of the car for me? I know you're confused. I'll explain everything to you. You don't have anything on you? You can just grab whatever you need.
Whatever I need?
Yeah, whatever you need. Like your phone, your purse, go ahead and grab it.
Is she going somewhere? Or?
Yeah, we're going to explain everything to you guys. Go ahead and grab it. We're not going anywhere right now. Yeah, of course, yeah.
I don't understand what's going on here.
I get it, yeah. You can go grab your things.
Can he come with me?
Yes. You stay there for right now, sir. Just stay there, but yes, you can. But come on back here.
Should I shut the car off?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Goes off. Okay. Let's right back over here. So, we do have an investigation going on. We have to talk to you about it at the police department, okay? So we're going to explain everything to you there. It's not my investigation. I don't know the full details. We do have to bring you there, though, okay? So I do have to put you in handcuffs and bring you to the police department.
And then you see more from Formella when she's in the back of the police cruiser, and at first she does not seem to be very happy with the officer's response.
Excuse me, is my husband coming with?
Yes, he's taking his phone number down. We're staying in touch with him. We're just going to Downers Grove, so 10 minutes away.
No, I know, but I really would prefer that my husband's with me.
Of course.
Am I in trouble? Like, I'm so lost right now.
I'm sure you Like I said, I can't answer any questions right now. I'll just tell you that right now you're being detained for an investigation and we're bringing you to the police department. And once you get there, they're going to fill you in on everything.
Okay, so Christina Formella got in trouble. She got in trouble when the mother of a 15-year-old boy, an apparent student of Formella, allegedly found these text messages on his phone. And these alleged messages between Formella and the boy purportedly say, "I love you so much, baby. Even though this morning was short, it was perfect." You have another alleged message from Formella, "I love having sex with you." And apparently there were mentions of this boy in the Notes app on her phone too. Authorities claim in December of 2023, Formella allegedly sexually assaulted this boy when they were in a classroom for a tutoring session before classes started up. Give you some context there. Now I go back to the video of her arrest. So this is hours later when it seems that authorities explained to her the allegations, and you can see Formella seemingly hyperventilating and crying.
I'm just gonna put your seatbelt on, right? Unless are you able to reach it down there? Alright. Sure you don't want a tissue or something?
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
You want a bag?
Yes, please.
Alright. Shauna, can you grab like a bag out of there? Hey, can you get like a bag just in case she gets nauseous? Yeah. I don't know, do we have any of those MSS bags like laying around the farm? I figure something better than nothing. Or here, if you stay with her, I'll go grab it.
Oh my god. What the f-
Now, reportedly, Formella told police that the writings were just an outlet for her anxiety, that any reference to sex was about her husband, but she was charged. She was charged with 1 count of criminal sexual abuse, 1 count of criminal sexual assault, 1 count of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. Here's the problem. You fast forward months later, she was indicted on 52 additional charges. You see, that minor victim allegedly then told authorities about more alleged sexual abuse. So authorities now believe this allegedly continued through August, September 2024. They believe that she engaged in alleged sex acts with this boy 50 times. Formella's case expanded dramatically after her initial arrest. She now faces more than 50 counts. So we're talking sexual assault, abuse, solicitation, grooming, all involving the same teenage alleged victim. And she's pleaded not guilty. The case remains active, at least at the time of this recording, with all counts pending as Formella awaits trial. Now I want to talk about Elena Barden, Adair County, Kentucky. The then married 27-year-old English teacher was not only accused of having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old student at a juvenile detention center, but also of soliciting that student to kill her husband. So prosecutors would argue that Barden wanted to end this marriage, but she didn't want to give up the money. She didn't want to give up any marital assets or, by the way, custody of the couple's 5-year-old daughter. And as explained by the Kentucky State Police, it says, quote, the Adair Juvenile Detention Center conducted a routine search of juveniles' living units where letters and explicit material were found in a male juvenile's possession sent by an Adair County school teacher assigned to the facility. The detention center immediately confiscated the material. Now, later on in court, the judge stated that Barden sent over 190 letters to the juvenile victim, and one in particular in which she allegedly admitted to her crimes. And I want to get more of that in a minute, but let's actually go to the body cam, right? We're talking video here. April 2nd, 2025, when she's arrested. Kentucky State Police indicating, again, charges of solicitation of murder, first-degree sexual abuse, distribution of obscene matter to a minor. And what's significant about this footage, this body cam, is how seemingly calm she is. I don't know if it's shock, maybe, but she's seen casually asking the officer to call her husband to tell him that she's being arrested. Seemingly, the argument was more concerned about her car than the charges that she's facing. Although I will say, from an attorney point of view, maybe she thought, I'm not going to say anything without my attorney present. Maybe. Take a look.
So I know Mr. Bell. I know him well. So I'll talk to him.
So you're going to call him and tell him that I've been arrested?
I'll let him know that you've been arrested.
Sure.
And then obviously you need to reach out to him from the jail, okay?
Okay.
And then just, again, he knows me, I know him. You can just
Will
tell
his number be there? Because y'all don't have it. Like, I have a card in my car.
Okay, I'll get it. How much you need? Where is it?
I just like right next to my phone. Okay. I don't want to get something out of my vehicle.
Is this okay? She asked for her vibrator.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, your mom's got. Hey, your mom's good with taking the car, right? Your parents are good with taking the car. Right?
Us taking the car?
Yeah, when we're done with it, we're going to turn it over to you guys. We just want to make sure you got a driver and stuff like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
You can put those up.
So we're done with this. I can put it back in my car.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
Anything on you, you're drawing, I just got my attorney's card in my pocket.
I'll be here. We're just going to get this one right here. Before I get you in there, I'm going to patch it in real quick, okay?
Okay.
And I guess there's stuff in here. I need to get that.
Just my attorney's number in my pocket.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have anything you brought or nothing like that?
Just my boots.
Okay. I'm gonna just pat you down with the back of my hand.
Okay.
All right. All right. Make sure you lock this down. Just have a seat. I don't think so. Oh, we ain't gonna You're transporting? Yeah. Oh, no, go on. Just serve the warrant and serve the EPO. Right. I'll bring a copy of yours. That's fine. Just fill my box for it. Sweet. Yep.
I'm gonna try to get these in the bus.
You what?
I'm gonna try to get these in the bus. I didn't want you to think I'm like, there's something.
Yeah, you can probably knock them off your head there.
Now, I mentioned the notes, right? The handwritten letters that police apparently found from allegedly Barden to the inmate. Okay, call me if you want. Thought you were talking about putting a hit on my husband. I can't give you my ring. I got to make him look like we're good, but I won't, and it's kind of unintelligible, it around you. P.S. I'm serious about them cracking down on searches. Be careful. There's another letter that seemingly contrasts her failing marriage with her obsession, hinting at motive. This was honestly the most time we spent with my husband in a long time. It really solidified for me why the two of us just don't work. I just really missed you all damn day. And in a moment of, I don't know if you call it irony, she apparently writes, Also, you're out of your mind for, unintelligible, poisoning my husband. I get nervous when I go out that I'm going to come home, someone has killed him. Now, at trial, aside from the prosecution presenting this paper trail, according to the Lexington Herald-Leader, this juvenile had testified and said he thought Barden was serious about wanting her husband to be dead, but that he was never actually going to do anything, never was actually going to carry it out. Security footage was also played where you could apparently see Barden go into the juvenile cell for long periods of time, and apparently some of her coworkers thought, something might be going on too. In the end, she was convicted of first-degree sexual abuse, unlawful transaction with a minor, and distribution of obscene material to a minor, but she was acquitted of the solicitation to commit murder charge, the serious one, the very, very serious one, but, she wasn't off the hook. She was sentenced to 14 years in prison. Got two educators under the spotlight in this one. Sunday night, January 19, 2025. It's supposed to be a quiet night in Cocoa Beach neighborhood in Florida, but then this.
So there's 75 cars of high school students driving up and down the street. There's this big party down the street, but they're pulling in and out of people's driveways, and they were called me a racial slur, and I'm afraid something bad's gonna happen, they're blocking the street. So somebody should just come by and check it out.
Yeah, these calls about this party, this gathering, just keep coming in.
Yeah, they're sending videos on Snapchat, and there's fighting and drinking and stuff.
Okay. All right, I'll let the officers know that are watching the area.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
There is obviously a really big party going on. I can't even get down the street. There's so many cars going both ways.
Yep, we have officers out at that location now. They're trying to control the situation.
So reports of dozens of cars clogging the streets, kids everywhere, big party, loud noise. You have this apparent massive gathering. The police show up. You have an officer arrive, heads to the backyard where all of this noise is coming from.
They're supposed to be fetching me the master of ceremonies, but
Cool.
and that guy's moving his truck that's parked in the middle of the road.
Cool.
So we have one issue addressed.
And officers start knocking on the door of the house at the center of this, and no one answers. And they soon learn who lives there. Remember the theme of this episode, teachers, educators? The house apparently belonged to Elizabeth Hill Brodigan, the principal of the local Roosevelt Elementary School. Now, police finally get a hold of her on the phone. This is according to court documents. And they tell her, hey, what's going on here? There's an out-of-control party at her home. There's underage drinking. And according to the initial report, she tells them that she's down the street and she's going to take care of it. Party doesn't stop, though. In fact, it gets worse. Officers end up dealing with a teenager who's so drunk that he's vomiting in the front yard. They call an ambulance. They find another teen who apparently ran a stop sign, nearly hit a patrol car. She's arrested for DUI with a BAC nearly 1.5 times the legal adult limit. In fact, at one point that night, I want you to see this. Watch the house in the background of the footage. You see someone that police later identify here as the principal, Elizabeth Hill Brodigan, walk out, stand in the driveway, look at the scene, go back inside, turn off the lights, turn off the front lights. Now, amid all of this chaos, there's another woman that comes out. She is not a neighbor trying to help. No, she has been identified by authorities as Carly Anderson, a 3rd grade teacher at Roosevelt Elementary School. Again, Principal Hill Brodigan's colleague. And I guess the allegation was her guest that night. On the body cam, you can see the chaos that went down when officers showed up and confronted Anderson.
Well, this house belongs to the principal of Roosevelt.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yep.
Oh, why don't you put me in Officer Brown? Tell him to put me in handcuffs. What the is wrong with them?
What?
I'm concerned about a child that's being put into a machine, into one of these vehicles, and it's none of my business. You say something to them.
Well, they can't disclose information.
You tell. Okay. Cocoa Beach has gone mad and nasty.
They don't work for us. That's Brevard County Fire Rescue.
Well, you know, I'm a teacher. Who the did you put? Who got put in that car?
Well, it's a kid, but they can't disclose.
No. I was here hanging out at this party. I mean, what's wrong with them?
Okay,
You guys gotta act better.
Do you want the truth? There was like 200 kids here drinking.
I've already known.
Drinking, okay? And you're drunk as well.
I'm not drunk.
Yes, you are. I smell it.
Oh, you smell it.
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
No,
do
we're
a
not
test.
getting through that, but
I mean, do a test.
The purpose.
But I'm saying, I'm
Okay.
concerned.
And you're intoxicated too.
Oh, who cares? So I could get in your car and ride with you or call
Because
my
he's
husband.
17 and he was here drinking at a party.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because you're yelling. You're here with your boss having a party with 200 kids who are drinking. Get out of my face. Now.
That's on your camera.
It is.
Now, in the days that followed, police interviewed the students, and they alleged that Hill Brodigan wasn't just aware of the party. They claimed she helped set the whole thing up, that alcohol was ready and available in coolers inside, that she was in the house at one point while it was happening, made only kind of a weak attempt to stop it. Students reportedly told police parties like this at her home happened once or twice a month. Here's from the affidavit. Most students knew that Elizabeth was the principal of Roosevelt Elementary and advised that parties like this happened once or twice a month. Students also advised that they arrived as early as 1945 hours and Elizabeth was having students help make preparations for the party. At that time, alcohol was ready and available in multiple red-white coolers inside the residence. Students also advised that Elizabeth made no attempt to stop the party at any point and advised that she seemed okay with what was happening. The fallout was immediate and very, very publicized. Both women were arrested. The school district suspended Hill Brodigan. According to outlet News 6, there was a short-lived attempt to transfer Anderson to another school in the district, which, as you can imagine, sparked a lot of protests from parents. There was a quick reversal. Anderson ended up facing misdemeanor charges for what she allegedly did that night. A jury found her guilty in May of 2025 of misdemeanor disorderly intoxication, resisting an officer without violence. She was sentenced to 1 year of probation, and after just a few months, per reporting from outlet Sports Coast Daily, her attorney argued that she'd fully complied with the conditions thus far, so her probation should be ended early. The judge denied that motion, though. Hill Brodigan faced more serious charges, including a felony count of child neglect for her role as the homeowner and the host, and in the end, she entered a no contest plea to 3 misdemeanor counts. In exchange, prosecutors dropped the felony child neglect charge and several other counts that were tied to the case, and she was sentenced to 2 years of supervised probation. By the way, it's interesting when you do no contest because you're not necessarily pleading guilty. You're just saying, I'm not going to be fighting these charges. But there you have it. Some bad examples of accused bad educators caught on tape. That's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, please subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on NBC's Peacock as well. If you want to follow me, X, Instagram, my News Nation show, Jesse Weber Live, Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern. See you next time, everybody.